touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded right at the goal line. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
Second down, they go again with Henry. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Tannehill. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. A shotgun snap for Hill. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. And the Titans are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. He's going to look downfield for Henry. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
He was trying to get that one out to his running back out of the backfield, but that one was read and timed perfectly, and they were able to break it up.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're going to go. It's Tannehill. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing again is Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. And out across midfield down to the 45. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up Sackett. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. We remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half. Julio Jones all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Julio Jones, 52 yards. And the Titans are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he'll get in, and they take an 8-7 lead. Well, they got down 7-zip. They said, we'll go for 2, one-up you, and they take the lead.
How about that for a little risk-reward, right? If you don't get it, you're only down a point. Let's go ahead and make a statement in this ball game, and that's exactly what they did.
Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
It's complete to Kamara. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 31 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Hill now operating from the red zone. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Hill. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And once again, the Saints are back out in front. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Looks good on the extra point. And that makes this a 14-8 ball game. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Back to throw, Tannehill. He completes it to Henry. Running right through him. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Tannehill. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. Well, Charles, they're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Okay, Coach. Yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. The Titans going to get the ball to start the 2nd half, and they trail here as we get back to it on EA Sports. Here's Batson now, bringing it out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that's
he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
Right down the throat.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Hill. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Thomas. Touchdown, Saints. Michael Thomas, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz to try to end the PAT. And the lead now to 3.